Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeff White with Jeff White Fitness Solutions. And today I want to talk a little bit about some financial fitness. And this is the former stockbroker in me talking. Okay. Now, a lot of people, when they think of fitness, they think of physical fitness. But as I said, I'm a former financial advisor. I'm also a former personal trainer, wellness coach, and I was also a triathlete for over 20 years. So when I say fitness, I'm talking either physical, mental, spiritual, or financial fitness. And to be honest, we need all four of these to be working well together to be the best we can be. So in this video, we're going to talk about some financial fitness. And as you can see, this is a story that I think everyone should pay attention to, but it's not being discussed in the news. And let's be honest, there's a lot of news out there right now that is getting people's attention. But this is a trend that we all must pay attention to. As you can see, companies are looking to use robots, and they are going to replace workers. Whether we like it or not, we are going to be replaced. So it's critical that we understand this and do everything we can to protect. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeff White. Okay, guys, so this really is not a new trend. All you have to do is look around and you can see so much automation. You can go to Walmart, you can go many different places now, fast food places, and you can see how automation has really replaced a lot of people with robots. So we are in a really precarious situation. First off, a lot of people are not working because the jobs just are not paying enough for them to pay their bills, to pay their rent, to buy food, whatever. What are companies doing? To fill in the gaps, they are turning to automation. They're turning to robots. Do you see where this is headed? We already have the threat of even more layoffs coming because of the high production costs and high costs of labor and inventory and supplies. So we are in for a lot of turmoil the rest of 2022 and beyond. So this is when people need to really start paying attention and figure out what they can do to help themselves get through these tough times. Because let's face it, these jobs are not coming back, and these companies are moving forward. They are moving ahead with their plans to replace people with robots and automation to keep their costs down. That's going to leave a lot of us out in the cold. But this is also where you have to become proactive and not sit around and just be angry and upset and feel hopeless. But there is some things that we can do. Okay, guys, so we have to accept the fact that automation is here to stay and that they are going to eliminate a lot of jobs in the near future. And we can argue that, we can, point fingers and figure out who to blame. But at the end of the day, we still have to figure out what we're going to do. And here are some of the top things that we can do to protect ourselves if and when we start to lose our jobs. And so here are just some of the top things that I believe that can help us that we need to start working on today. You don't want to wait until the day you find out you're getting laid off before you start preparing. Now's the time to prepare. So in case something does happen, you have something to fall back on. And so here are just a couple of things that I believe can help us. As you can see here, we can start out with this one. Own your own home. If you own your own home, that means you don't have a mortgage. They cannot take that house from you. They cannot keep raising your interest rate and things of that nature. If you own it, you own it. You have to worry about paying your taxes, but that's much better than have to worry about your rent going up every year or your interest on your house going or your mortgage increasing every year and risk getting foreclosed. So that's one of the first things we can do. One of the most important things is to learn how to generate multiple streams of income and passive income. This is critical because everything is getting more expensive and too many people are relying on one job to pay all their bills. This is where our educational system, has really messed us up. because all they taught us how to do was to work for someone else and rely on that one paycheck to pay all our bills. Then on top of that, they expect us to simply rely on a 401k to survive when we retire. That's one of the worst things we can do. So learning how to create multiple streams of income and passive income is key. And I've written a book on this, on investment strategies that talk about multiple streams of income and passive income. And I'll include the link to that book here in the description as well. Another thing we can start doing now is stocking up on food and supplies, because if you happen to lose your job, you want to have food stocked up for you so you can get through these lean times until you can make a transition to getting another job, or your additional revenue streams start to kick in. So now's the time you want to start stocking up. You want to aim for at least 6 months of food and medical supplies as well. This is another important one here. Grow your own food. I'm sure you guys have seen the supply shortages and just prices going up in the stores. If you can grow your own food, that would be a huge way for you to help cut down your costs and survive when times get really tough. And you don't have to have a 10-acre property to grow food. You can grow potatoes in an apartment. All you need is a 5-gallon bucket. You've all seen the potatoes when they sprout. You can cut those things up, put them in dirt in a 5-pound bucket, and in several months, 3 to 4 months, you will have potatoes, and you will not starve if you have potatoes. Next, you want to invest in precious metals. Precious metals are things like gold and silver. You want to have the physical gold and the physical silver, because if you have that, then you have wealth. You have an asset that cannot be taken from you. And gold and silver have been used as money, or have been money, for thousands of years. So if the dollar ever crashes or the stock market crashes, guess what? You will have your gold and silver, and you can convert that into whatever currency you want or need to convert it into, so you can buy what you need to buy. And lastly, learn a skill that can't be replaced by a robot. This is very important. Have some type of skill. Can you fix things? Are you a good gardener? What can you do? This is going to be very important in the future, because there may become a time when you're going to be needed and people will gladly pay you for your services.